Hello and welcome to Keter Builds. We're back with another episode of Satisfactory today, and there's a good chance we'll complete Phase 5 today. Now, that probably won't be the end of Satisfactory. There's a bunch of achievements and different things that I might want to wrap up here, but I'm excited. We've been grinding on the game for so long that I'd really like to push to the end and see what this space elevator has been all about. Now, I did a little bit of work last night off camera just to get things going for today's episode, in that I went out and ground on finding some hard drives. I found, I don't know, 4 or 5 hard drives and some Mercer spheres and stuff. But while I was doing that, we ran out of power. And so I have been working on trying to get our diamonds situation solved, and I did that by finding the alternate turbo diamonds recipe here, and I have just taken to putting some packaged turbo fuel right into this container and making diamonds. It's twice as efficient as the way we were making them, and we've got lots of this packaged turbo fuel. I'm gonna keep just a little bit in my inventory for fuel and stuff jumping around and whatnot. But as you can see, this just rips through this coal, and we're making 60 diamonds a minute between these two, which is been enough to back up our production here and keep this thing moving. Now, this thing is short on dark matter residue because I've got the production paused on our superposition oscillators, and the reason for that is we ran out of power. Our power grid, this gray line, is how much we make, and as you can see with these machines that take more and more and more, and then they drop down, and then they take more and more and more, we were pushing up over the top of that line, and the power grid was going away, which is really unfortunate. So we're going to need a little bit of power. And in order to get power, I've been looking at the Satisfactory Tools page here, and I was thinking, well, we could convert our existing turbo fuel. We've got 360 turbo fuel a minute that we make in our current refinery. I could just add a little bit of nitrogen and convert that to rocket fuel. And rocket fuel, this would give me a lot more fuel-powered generators. And it's between this or expanding our a nuclear facility, and man, a lot goes into nuclear, where this is literally gonna be me slapping down what I'm gonna need: 1 smelter, 1 constructor, and some iron ore, which I'm pretty sure I have out by the refineries, and then a little bit of nitrogen gas, and it's what, 8 blenders. Like, I can build 8 blenders. So we're going to go out there, we're going to convert this to rocket fuel, and we're going to see just how much fuel we can get out of that, because I think for every 100 rocket fuel per minute, I can hook 24 fuel power generators up to it. And right now, I think we're only running a total of 40 of them, and that's on 360 turbo fuel. So if I can take that up to 600 a minute, that would be a big number. Let me see, what is that number? 6 times 24. I could have 144. So that's a net gain of 104 additional power generators, and I think that's going to help us out a lot. And we haven't been over to the refinery in a little while, so I thought that'd be a fun exercise to start things off with. So I'm going to grab a little bit of that just to have in the inventory. But what I was going to say is I'm going to grab these space elevator components that we've made up, and we're going to drop them off on the way by. So let me see if we've got those, and I think we were making one of them over here. These are the AI server components. I stopped this machine setup because we've got enough to finish Phase 5. So actually, this whole thing I could tear down. I've got production paused on it, though, so it's no big deal. And then, let me think, we need the nuclear pasta, which is right over out of this machine, but we've been using it on a machine downstairs. So I'm going to grab what we've got, and then we're going to go down and check on these rockets and grab what we have here. Oh yeah, we've already got 103 of those. How is this machine doing? We're waiting on dark matter crystals. That's not a problem. And then this is the machine that's been using up our nuclear pasta. Let's just go ahead and grab what we've got. I'm going to grab the dark matter crystals out of here too. I'm going to grab all of this, and we'll see how far we can get. That'll get this guy going again. And I suppose I can just dump the ones that we had left back there. All right. So I've got all kinds of Phase 5 components in my inventory now. I am going to run on out here. We're going to dump those into the space elevator on our way over to the refinery to get us going here on the next tier. Now, you know what? I think I've got a scout car right here that's going to get us over there a lot faster. If I can manage not to drive off the bridge this time. There we go. And the other added benefit of rocket fuel is, I guess we can package it up and use that for our drones. I think they fly faster with better types of fuel. Although, if I'm not mistaken, I'd need aluminum for canisters to package that up. And, whoa, buddy. All right. Well, that was a mistake. That's okay. Got too distracted thinking about how awesome rocket fuel is going to be. Either way, maybe we'll package it up, maybe we won't. But I do need to leave a little bit of turbo fuel in excess just to continue packaging the turbo fuel for our drone system until we get to a point where I'm either packaging rocket fuel, or we could even jump up to the next one is what, ionized fuel? I haven't even looked at what that would take. There we go, the AI servers are complete. So, yeah, starting the episode off, we're 1 out of 4 complete, and the other 3 are all more than halfway done, almost 3/4 done in some cases. That's awesome. I'm going to get the parachute out here because that's the easiest way to get down to the refinery, I think. And we will jump off a cliff here and go check on things. I think everything's been running pretty smoothly. I mean, we've not been back to the refinery in, what, 15, 20 hours of gameplay since the last time I headed over here, I think. So I love when we set up a factory and it just runs. Makes our life a lot easier. And I'm excited for Factorio coming out, I think next week. Factorio comes out? I can't remember for sure. But that's another one of these great factory building games that I've sunk tons and tons of time into over the years. And I'm really excited to go back to it. I haven't played since just after 1.0 launch, so we're going to be checking that out when it comes out here. And then this week, I think I've got MechWarrior 5 Clans is coming out, which isn't exactly the type of game I would normally play on this channel. However, I am going to be checking that out offline at least. I'm excited. I've always been big on mech combat games. Now, this was our original refinery, which is still making fuel, of all things, and running these 10 fuel generators. But we do have our big power augmenter here. And this is, believe it or not, actually where the plastic and rubber's coming from for the main base right now via drones. So I've got the larger refinery over here. I guess it makes the same amount of plastic and rubber, but it's larger because that's where all of our turbo fuel generators are. And I'm not even using the plastic and rubber from over here yet, which seems a little silly. It's just getting synced after I filled up a set of crates. So let's hop over here. And I was really nervous when I first started thinking about rocket fuel that I was going to have to do a lot of work to add rocket fuel and upgrade, our power capabilities. But once I started looking at it, I realized we're already making the turbo fuel. All we need is nitrogen and iron over here. And there was iron right back behind where we're bringing all this coal from. And I want to say there's some nitrogen back here. I glanced at the map. I don't know exactly where it is. I think it's over behind these cliffs somewhere, but we'll figure it out. Now, what is this random refinery? Oh, this is where I make my smokeless powder right now. That's fine. I can stay there. Yeah, we've got nitrogen just over the hill. So I think what we'll do is we'll set that up and just pipe it over here. It's a gas, so it doesn't have head lift problems. So I can bring that wherever I need it to go. Should work out great. And I don't need that much of it. In fact, let me pull this back down for 1 second. I need 240 per minute. We should get more than enough of that. The next nearest nitrogen is the one we're using all the way back on the other side of the base. So definitely going to bring it from here. I could always train some over if I needed to, but it's going to probably be easier to just build a pipeline over to where we've got it. I'll need to get power over the hill. Not a big deal. So let's see here, though. This is my recipe. I need 6 blenders for the rocket fuel, which is just going to take turbo fuel and nitric acid. And then I'm going to need the blenders for the nitric acid. All right, I think I've got it. So let me toss that up there. We're going to swap back to this view. And, of course, we got to get some actual music going. Alright, is that going to play some music? There we go. We got some music. Alright. Rocket fuel. I'm going to build the setup. Well, let me go figure out where that nitrogen actually is and bring that back up here. And then that might help me determine where I want to set up the blenders for the rocket fuel. And once we get the power situation solved, we can focus on optimizing the Tier 5 manufacturing. It's just kind of hard because every time I put sloops into anything or power shards, our power grid just falls apart. Now, I talked about it, but I don't know if we actually scanned. I'm pretty sure there's iron over here. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, there's iron right over there. So let me grab the iron first. Oh my goodness. Oh, thankfully we caught that electricity just before we would have fallen to our deaths. 200 meters straight in front of us. Can I see a ping? Oh, it's right there. Yeah, that's super easy. I'm going to go ahead and take care of this guy because I'm going to be working in the area for a bit. Let's go ahead and put the regular jetpack on so I can get around the terrain a little bit easier. Yeah, this is going to be a piece of cake. Let's bring some platforms over. So I've got something to run my belts on. It's kind of off-center for the grid, though, which might be an issue, might not. We might just run a janky platform over here. I just want to put some down so I have an area to work. Do that. And then, yeah, I don't think I'm going to try and run a platform over there. We're going to just get power and get the miner down and run it directly here. Even if I'm not going to run platforms all the way there, maybe we'll put a platform grid down, just so that everything can look nice. Let's see. Something's making a noise. Let's go see what it is. It's a slug. Ah. We've got so many slugs and power shards that I've not used or even thought about so far that I'm not too worried about it. I do not need a Mark III miner, but we're going to build one anyway. And I'm going to need more platforms. Come on, get back in the air. Okay. Let me take care of these guys. Oops. Ran out of bullets. there's a third one. All right. With these guys finally out of the way, what I'm trying to do is build a little 2x2 here to build the power line on. Lots of hassle for trying to get stuff done. And it's gonna go right here. And then let's see if I can just get it connected to that. Ah, go away. Get this connected. I messed up. Where's my power line? There it is. Get that connected to there. Now I've got power. And I didn't even look at what kind of node this was. 240 a minute. That's going to be more than enough for right now. And we're going to just... over here. Not going to bother with anything fancy. I should probably go to default mode so I'm not having to make everything at weird angles. And I'm just going to bring it right on in here. There we go. And I'll center it on the platform. And then we'll go back to straight mode now that we're over here. How do I want to do this? I think my intent is to run it alongside the other one, but that's too long and in the middle of the rock. Hang on. We'll find a good spot for this. I'm just gonna run it up in the air until we get past all of this nonsense. I think right here should work. And yeah, I'm just gonna run it all the way back to the base, and then we gotta go find that nitrogen. I got distracted by the iron ore. Two. I'm not bothering to use Mark 6 belts or anything. We're not overclocking this node. We don't need that much iron. I need one smelter, I think, worth of iron, so this is not really necessary. It's kind of overkill. Oops, we messed up. Alright, now I'm gonna have problems. Alright, come here. Let's get this all the way back over here. I could run normal power poles along the edge of this platform just so that I could hover in the air, I suppose, but I was trying to just do this real quick. So it's one of those projects I didn't think I would be fixing our power grid today. That wasn't on the original plan. But when you run out of power, it's the most important thing to handle here in Satisfactory. Okay. There. The way down. Nope, we're gonna need one more connector. Okay. Now I think I can bring this. Oh Oh, we did holes in the floor. That's right, because it's such a far drop. All right. So a conveyor lift hole. And it's going to take the ore in. And there we go. Let's see if I can switch backpacks, actually. Make my life a little bit easier. Turn that around. I'm going to put it right down here. I'm going to try and sneak out underneath the sulfur. I don't know where I'm going exactly yet, but we've got iron here. And like I said, I need one smelter and one constructor to make plates. That's all right. Let's figure that out next. First off, though, I need to figure out where we can build this nitrogen at. Let me scan that back up. I've got power. Oh, I've actually got power across the hill over here. Oh yeah, 600 meters that way. That's not that far. Get the adventuring backpack back out. And hopefully I can take this power up over this hill with me. I'm going to go up there first and then try to hook up to it. I'm going to take the ramp. Well, I wonder if that blows open. It looks like a very interesting cave to me. Oh, it does blow open. Look at that. Okay, there's a lot of monsters here. I hope our nitrogen isn't in a cave. Okay, let's get this real quick before we get obliterated. Oh my goodness. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? I found myself in the back of a cave, surrounded by bad guys. Oh, we better heal. Woo. Alright, reloading. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh, I got one of them. Alright. There we go. Okay. What? There's a baby one. And it's doing lots of damage. Reloading. My goodness. All that for a couple of slugs I don't even need. I was hoping there'd be like a sloop or something in the back of the cave there. Okay, back to what we were doing, which is going up this hill to find nitrogen. I can't slide uphill. Makes no sense. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Well, thank you, sir. I am the worst self-promoter when it comes to stuff like that. I don't know. I'm here to have fun, hang out with the community and such. And if you guys like it, it does help me out if you hit that like button. Let me grab this slug because I'm on the way. It's hard not to grab things when they're right out in front of you. All right, 400 meters this way through the radioactive wasteland. Oh, it's not even up on... I was hoping it was up on the top here. I've actually been out here. I got that hard drive at one point. I think I didn't know what this was back then. Cool. Well, let's just go down there and set up the stuff necessary. It's going to be a huge power drain. I guess I don't have to hook it up until we get more power going. Let me see. Production. Resource pressure well. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. It's the freaking motors. Okay, hang on. I can fix this. Crafting bench. Motors. Who needs motors? We need them. We need lots of motors. Don't say that, it's election time. Alright, how many motors did I need? I don't even know. We'll make 10 and start from there. Production. Resource well pressurizer. And then the extractors. Oh, thank goodness. I was worried these were going to need stuff. Must be placed on an active fracking satellite node. Yeah, I just did that. Oh, does it need power before then? It probably needs power. Well, the power is back that way somewhere. So we're going to toss down a platform up here, I think. A player is in the way. I don't want to be in the way. I just can't see anything. Hang on. Crafting bench, you are now in my way. I'm going to put down some platforms just so that it's got something flat to sit on. Try this again. It's about centered. Now, can this... stop. Connect to that. It can. Perfect. Well then, I need to run power back, and I need to run a pipe back. So let's start with the power, since I can't set up all of the piping until I have power out here. And I need to get power up there. Let's see if this biofuel's got the juice to get me up on top of this big cliff. We're using the spam the spacebar technique to get more out of our height. Up we go. All right. Now, I want to make sure I'm lining this up in a way that I can ride the rails, so to speak. So I'll put that there. And then I need to take it over this next hill, so let's... I can't get any forward momentum because I'm running uphill. The jetpack works so much better when I can get like a running slide start. Oh, there's another purple slug. Okay, I think if I put this here, my power lines will be far enough off of the side of that to continue on. And then I can't make it all the way across the valley, but can I make it to this one? Oh, I can. Look at that. Well, now we've got power, and I don't have to go all the way back. And yes, I'm going to get the slug that I don't need. Oop, almost fell off a cliff. Got to get the slugs. If you see slugs, you get them. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to run the pipe up the same way that I ran the power, since it's gas and I don't have to worry about head lift. How do I... Where's my... maybe I'll worry about running it once I get everything hooked up. I'll run it from this back up to the top now. How much nitrogen is each one of these? This is pure. Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be quite a bit. Logistics. Not logistics. Production. Resource well extractor. I'm going to point them all back towards my platform here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I look at this? So this is 120 a minute. 60, 120. So that's what, 240, that's 300. That's 600 between the 6 of them. And then I've got this one, which is another one. Wow. All right. Well, I've got more than a Mark II pipe to bring back. So first things first, I'm going to try and put this pipe up here. Where am I going to run this? It's going up that way, so I'm going to put it right on the corner here. Everything's fine. I'm going to put a junction in there. So this is a 120. Oops, wrong buttons. 60, 120. Okay, I'm going to run 2 120s and a 60 together for the first 300. So I'm going to have this coming in there. This is going to set here, and that gets me to 300. And then I need another 300. So let's see what I've got over here. 120, 60, 120. So I need all 3 of these to run in there next. So I'm going to run this as far as I can get it. And it's going to eventually run into there to total 600. I could have angled these a little bit better, I suppose. They're kind of pointed away from where we're going, but it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It's just going to look a little bit more spaghetti-ish. And that's a total of 600 nitrogen coming back with me now. And I know I've got another 120 here for later. Now, I can't get this all the way up there. The pipe is too long. So what we're going to do, bring it closer, and I think I'm going to go up this side over here. Let's see if I can find a spot to set this down on. And then I can bring it up here. I should be able to bring it up right to the top of this little cliff. And I'm just using the power lines to help me remember which direction I need to go. And hopefully I can get it up on top of this cliff here. Oh yeah. The nitrogen pipeline is running. I love that it's gas and I don't have to worry about head lift. Making my life a lot easier. Trying to avoid getting shot by monsters. Okay, let's take a break from that for a second and get the gun out. So I want this Mercer Spear.
When will you land?
When will I land? Oops. The one time I don't want to slide jump. Nice. Okay. Continuing the pipeline. We're gonna bring it right down here. Gosh, that's a long cliff to try and bring it back down. We might have to do a platform at some point with the, I wonder if the floor trick works for pipes like it does for conveyors. I don't know. I could bring it down over on the side, maybe? I wonder if this will latch onto the side of a cliff. Like, can I go sideways? place for me to stand here. Surface is too uneven. Nope, that's changing my mode. That's just changing the direction it looks. Yeah, I don't think I can actually pull this off. Let me see, what else do I have? Oh, I have a wall support. Can I just put that down? Like, must snap to a wall or similar, so not to the side of a cliff. That's unfortunate. Well, there's nothing for it. We'll build a little bit of a foundation out here, and we'll just drop it through the floor. So let me see here. I'm gonna snap this to the world grid right there. Get rid of this little section and bring it onto the edge of my platform. And I don't know how far this platform needs to go, but I get 5 total. Maybe I'll back it off of 1 so I don't hit the wires when I'm riding up and down. And then I'm just gonna put this, where am I gonna put this? On the front side of it? That's the wrong thing altogether. We're doing pipes. Gotta use the right bits and bobs. Pipeline floor supports. Alright. Right into there. And then I'm going to jump down here. Whoa, that's pretty far. What I wanted to do is bring this down with me so I can figure out where to line it up. And that's short. Oh my goodness. I just want to put one down like that. All right. How far does this get? Not far enough. You know what? Can I actually bring it through a ceiling? Let's find out. Pipeline floor hole. I think I put it right there. And if I could just... Wow, I'm having a real hard time aiming straight up. Come on. Bring it down like this. No, the same trick that works with the conveyor belts does not work here. Good to know. Well, that means we'll be heading back up there and moving that down. So let me grab my handy dandy zipline tool. Let's see if I can make it over here to catch the line. Come on, catch. Instead of running it where I put it, we'll run it down alongside the wall instead. And then I can use the wall supports now that I have foundations there. So let me just get rid of this altogether. And then if I bring this over to the edge, can I then do this? I can. Any old place that I can grab onto it for now. This whole thing is not the prettiest setup. I'm not trying to make it look pretty. We're just trying to get nitrogen back to the refinery. There's another slug up here. We've got to get it. It's taunting me. gotta be kidding me. These guys are everywhere. That was easier than I thought it would be. Alright, we'll bring it around the rock. And over by the pole. Where, oh where can I bring this down? I'm almost thinking the easiest thing to do is bring it across and then down the side of the pillar we've already got there. So let's do that. We've got no forward momentum. Come on. You can do it. Alright. There. Bring it. Take a step back and figure out what is attacking me. I know about that guy. There must be something under the bridge for those flying bugs. I wish this thing had like double flip sides, mag size, excuse me. Okay. Got that taken care of. Let me figure out where these stupid guys are coming from. I got half of them. I'll take it. Let's see if I can manage to get this slug that's taunting me down here back up to finish running the pipe. At least I'm actually bringing the nitrogen back with me right now, so we won't have to go back over there for any reason, unless I decide I need more nitrogen for some reason in the future. And I'm gonna rotate this towards this. I'm just trying to figure out which side of this I want to bring it down. I'll bring it down over here, actually. And my rationale for that is that then I can bring it down on this side of the pipe, and I'll be able to see it better. Clipping through the foundation a little bit. That's okay. Alright, let's see. Bring it down. And where am I actually going to bring this into the base? I don't even know. We're going to put it right here for now. Oh, can I find a spot to stand without getting rocketed back to the other side of the map? And then maybe I will bring it in like this. Yeah, we can handle that. All right. Oh no. There's so little room to stand. Oh, stop. Okay. I want... I was trying to see if I could make the corner look a little prettier, but you know what? I'm not that worried about it. I'll rotate this way. All the way down to the base. It's one of those projects that looks like it's going to be super quick, and then you end up spending an hour running pipe across the map. Okay, so what I'm thinking though is that I'll do all of my production for the nitric acid somewhere right over here. I'm gonna run this down this side. Can I get on this ladder? No, of course not. I'm gonna run this down the side right here, I think. Okay. Crafting bench and equipment workbench can go away. We are making our turbo fuel here for the drones. So all of the turbo fuel for an entire drone network comes out of this area here. How much turbo fuel am I using up to do this? 20, 40, 60. Currently using 60 of my turbo fuel over here. That's something to keep in mind. So if I have that much turbo fuel getting used up, let me look at what my recipe would do. So what I can do then is, if I bring this back on screen for a second, instead of doing the full 6 blenders for 600 rocket fuel, I will still... 600 rocket fuel would honestly work out the best here, but I can just back it off by 60 and have enough to run 500 rocket fuel. What I'll probably do is I'll probably build the full 6 setup, and I just won't build the fuel generators to use that much rocket fuel, so we won't technically be using that much turbo fuel. So I'll have some to spare, and then this all, everything else works out so perfectly here with the 1, 1, 2, 6. Like, I love even number factories. So we're gonna just go with it and get this moving. All right. So I need to take that nitric gas into a blender with some water and some iron plates. Let me find some room to do that. Gonna put the valuable components here into the dimensional depot for later access. And let's see, where do I have room for a smelter, a constructor, blender, 2 blenders actually for the nitric acid. Well, let's think about where I'm going to put the setup for the rocket fuel. I think what I'll do, since I have all these nice things set up already, is I'll just set up the 2 blenders for rocket fuel right over here, but facing the other way. Maybe I'll leave a small gap here. And I'll need 6 of these to run the turbo, or to run the rocket fuel. What am I missing? 20 motors apiece. I really got to solve my motor problem back at the base. What's here? This is my MAM. What do I got in my hard drive library? Oh, that's right. We were going to learn this petroleum diamonds recipe because I've got all of this petroleum coke left over. We could make excess diamonds if I needed to. I'm going to grab that. The rest of them are just recipes we're sitting on. And this was not the building that I was looking for. I was looking for a crafting bench, which I just tore down on the other side of the base. Alright, here we go. We need rotors, and we need lots of them. I need 6 blenders, and if I need... Did I just say 20 motors per blender? That's 120. Oh no, I'm making the wrong thing. Stop! We need to be making motors, folks. So that would be 120 motors. Obviously, I have the parts for it, but I don't want to sit here to make 120 of these. What I might do is set up a quick assembler here to work on them while we're running all the pipes and stuff for everything else. So I'm going to make the first 20 just so I can slap down a blender and look at it. And then everything else will run through an assembler here real quick. Let me think. Yeah, just an assembler should be fine. I'm going to get that started. Production, assembler. power, motors. I need rotors, and I need stators. Okay. 5 per minute. That should work great. And then do I have any sloops? No. Well, there goes the hope of being able to double that up to get them out here faster. Let's see, I needed 20 of these though, so I'm gonna bust out the last few by hand just so I can get started. Oh boy. I don't think I'm making them that much faster than the machine is, to be honest. Gotta use up this last item here just to get it out of the inventory. There we go. Alright, so like I was saying, I think my idea is to run the blender the opposite direction here. So if I put this down, I'm gonna leave myself a little bit of space. It helps me identify where we're changing into a different production line. And I slap that down, and we're going to be making rocket fuel. So that's turbo fuel and nitric acid. So I'll need to run 2 sets of pipes into this, which we have 2 sets of pipe openings. That's fine, that's fine. And then I'll have 6 of these. So where am I going to run the 2 for the nitric acid from? Because that needs iron ingots, iron plates. I don't want to get in the way of all of this stuff in case I do need to expand this eventually. This refinery could get shut down if I need to. It's just an auxiliary. I don't really want to run all of the pipes and the iron all the way over there. I'm going to see if I can manufacture the nitric acid back here and then just run a pipe of it down on top of the turbo fuel, or next to one of the two. So, oh, that's right, I've got a gunpowder setup here because we weren't using this copper or the coal and the silver. So if I loop the iron around to this side, is that pipe crooked? That pipe's crooked. No. I'm so easily distracted. I've got the room. I could do a smelter and a constructor in this tight little space. Run the belt over here. I need 2 blenders for nitric acid. I'm just looking at how little space I've got. Instead of doing that, what we'll do is we'll come over here. We'll just build it over here in this little area. And then all I gotta do is run a pipe back over here. I think that's the best bet. So how am I gonna get the iron ore over? I can run it straight over here, right on top of this belt, and then branch up here. That's the way to do it. All right. Here we go. I expand this all the way down. How far is this? Okay. Perfect. Build logistics, stackable conveyor poles. I've got them already here too. Oh, this is going to work out so easy. And let me put one down right on the other side of this. This comes right out to the top of this one. This goes right up to the next one, and down the line we go. And then that's... how do I want to do this? It's too high there right now. I'm going to keep it too high for the corner, and then we'll bring it down. Okay. Now, I don't know if in the future I'm going to want to do more with this ore or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the smelter line up here. I'm going to do the typical... well, let me just get the smelter line in place. I'll put one down there, and then we're going to do the typical splitter in front of it, just in case later on I want to expand this, and then I don't have to monkey with it. So I put that smelter down the right way? Yeah, I think so. Alright. And then, just in case some later point I want to do the same over here, I'm going to leave myself a nice full platform here, but I shouldn't need it. And this is going to be making iron ingots at 30 per minute. Oops. And then this is going to be making iron plates, 30 to 20. Alright. Then from here, we need the 2 blenders. And this is what's going to take the plates and the nitrogen gas. So let me finish figuring this out. I'm going to need power. Where, oh where? I guess right there. Oh wait. I didn't need to upgrade it, but it's upgraded for the future. Run it straight back. Okay. Iron plate's good. Wow, it's dark over here. I don't feel like it's this dark at the main base, but maybe it is. I'm going to go back and grab some motors real quick because we are out of Z motors. Hopefully this thing has been cranking away for me. Oh, perfect. Well, I need 3 more. 2 more to get to being able to build my 2 blenders. So let me just sit here for 30 seconds, 12 seconds, and get 1 more motor. That way I don't have to monkey with this while we're working on it. And the rest of this will make motors for the other blenders we need to build. I'm just going to get more of this rotors and top it off so that it's going the whole time we're over here building. Yay, the sun's coming up. It's always easier to work in the daytime. Okay. Now, I'm not going to overthink this too much. I just want to get it running. Right there. Might as well have it be lined up. And then I'm going to put another one right there. And we will run a splitter. Here. And just in case later on we want more, we'll run one there. This is going to be nitric acid, which is using 10. Perfect. And I'm going to need the water and the nitrogen gas. Okay. So let me think. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run water down the way. And I don't know if I put it up here. I just don't know if it's gonna be too high. So I'm gonna run the water one step back. I guess there's only one way to figure it out. We'll try it. What I'm thinking is if I run the water here, will I be able to turn sharp enough to get it into the machine or not? I'm not worried about the first level, although maybe I should be. Let's try it. What I'm worried about is if I do a second pipe like this, and then we split that. Guess I could always angle it. That might help me out a lot, actually. Let's try it. Didn't realize I could angle those at a 45. Oh, that actually works. I should have angled that one too. That's okay. We got it. It's always nice when things work out. I'll try and angle it on this one and see what that looks like. Oh, I didn't mean to do the same thing twice. This one's in the wrong spot. Okay. Angles work. What do you know? Perfect. Well, let's toss a water collector out here. And that's going to run water right down the middle. Bring it right up onto here. Good enough. And then I just need to bring this over there. How am I going to get this pipe over there? There's just not a lot of room to move stuff around. I should just bring it down like over here. Let's try it. This. Like that. Okay. And this needs to be right in the middle here. Let's see, how does that look? Does it look horrible? And we're gonna come up here and then angle up. Perfect. I need power for both of these, so let's see if I can upgrade this pole. Okay. Nitric acid is a go, folks. It's going to be a total of 60 a minute, and all I got to do is find a way to bring it down, I think right on top of this pipe, which should be a piece of cake. So we've already got stackable pipeline supports. I will bring it over to here, and we'll just run it down and around. boop, boop. I think this is gonna go great. I like it. So that's there. Let me get one more right here. And then, yeah, I just need to bring it down here, so I will put one of these right over here. And these can go, what about 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another one down right over here. And is this the right spot? It is. Right there. That gets me all the way down here. And as long as we're here, I guess I'll just hook these up. Like when a plan comes together, and I think this is going to be the super easy part. Assuming that we have enough motors made by the time we're done with all of this to create 6 more blenders. What I'm going to do is run this to here. Can you go up any more than that? No. Okay. Instead of that, then, let me grab these. And I'm just gonna run 2 of these on top of each other. Maybe just 1. Can have it start to come down. That works good. And then I'll put one down right up here. And then this will just run down to the middle of this. And all the way down to here. No, let me think. What's coming out of here? Just the nitric acid. Okay. Put these down ahead of time and connect to them like this. That gives me, again, my setup for expansion, potentially. And hopefully there's not too much head lift for the nitric acid to get down here. It's just up to pipe levels, shouldn't be a problem. This is already filling up all the way down the line. And now let's go grab the motors and see if I've got enough to get the rest of these running, these blenders that we need. We need a total of 6 blenders right now, I think. This is going to make another 5, 6 motors. I've got not enough in there. Hang on. We'll go ahead and just keep this thing topped off then. Okay, so that's its second one. That's a third one. I need a total of 6 of these. Rocket fuel just takes the 2 things in. It puts rocket fuel out and compacted coal out. So I'm going to have to deal with the compacted coal byproduct. We're probably not going to use it right now, so I will send it back up the line towards the sink. Did I leave a space here? I did, so I can bring that back in and up along the other side of the fuel here and get it all the way to this sink on the other side. Where is my sink? My sink is way over there. Maybe it makes more sense to bring it in here. What is this? This isn't compacted coal, is it? No, this is petroleum coke. This is petroleum coke. What I'm thinking is I can borrow this line. We could send it down the same conveyor belt here, and then it would just get synced because we're not using it for anything. So we're going to do that. Make our lives easy. When you've already got a job being done, why do it a second time? Alright, I'm going to merge any of the stuff that's coming in. Or do I want to do it up in the air so that I don't have to deal with as much wonkiness for the pipes? I think we do. Merger. And we're going to send it all back up this way. And then this is going to come... connect. Down and connect to here. Perfect. This is going to work out well. And then right out here is where our rocket fuel's gonna get made. And we will be sending that right back this way. In fact, maybe I'll do that first, and then I'll build a thing on top of this. So, 1, 2... I might need to bring other stuff through this alley at some point, so I'm going to run this off to the one side. And then rocket fuel. Well, actually, where does my rocket fuel need to go? It needs to go into all these machines rather than run it down to that end. It's just a gas. I could run it into this end when we're all said and done. Maybe I'll do that. That'll keep this clean. We'll run the other way with it. I've got 3 more of these blenders to put down. Go ahead and just get them all hooked up at least. We're waiting on motors, but it shouldn't take that long. So let me put down the ones for the turbo fuel first. Nope, every time. And then what I'm gonna do is run this pipe down a ways. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Then I will put the splitters on this pipe in midair at the 45-degree angle like I just did on the other pipe that we ran. Go that way, and find the spot where it lines up. Find the spot where it lines up. Find that spot. And do a bunch of hookups. And I can't even remember what it was like playing before the hover pack. The quality of life that this has made to factory building is just insane. Alright, this is going to be turbo fuel at some point. I don't want to hook that up to the other factory just yet because I don't want our power grid to shut down on me. Let me figure out where the power is for these. It's in the front. Do I have room on these poles to hook up to? It looks like I might. Where did I hook the power up for all of these? Oh, because it's on the other side. Okay. I need 3 more blenders. Let's get our motors. That's 40. That's enough for 2 more. I'll get them set up. We'll be back for the last batch. Only need 14 more motors. All right. Connectors. 1, 2. Put these up before I've got a bunch of pipes in the way on top. And I will run one of these down to here. Almost done. I suppose I could have blueprinted out like a couple of these together. The problem is that for blenders, the outputs that I need change depending on the recipe, and it doesn't make sense to run everything to each of these. I need a splitter. No. What is this? That's a splitter. Did I set these up wrong? Oh, I'm wrong. Haha. This isn't the inputs, these are the outputs. I need mergers. And I'm sending it back the other way. Helps when you remember what you're doing. And then this needs to go that way. To there. Oh. Okay, one last blender to go. Please have my motors ready. And we've got 12. I needed 14 motors, I said? One more, 12 seconds. 6 seconds. Let's go, motor. All right, here we go. One last blender. Oh, no juice over here. There we go. And that guy goes there. Get our merger set up. Send it back down the line with everything else, and this should be the last piece. I'll need to put the power up, which would have kept me from falling there if we'd run our power down here earlier. It's alright. That goes there. And I need one down there and one tipped into here. Let's do it. No, why is it way out in the middle of nowhere? I thought I had the blue line when I put that one down. There are days where I feel like I'm losing my mind. Okay. Turbo fuel and the nitric acid. All good to go. Let's get some power poles here. So, 1, 2, 3. Put it right here. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And let's just find a power pole I can put that onto. Alright, I have 6 of these guys going, and I need to be making rocket fuel. Rocket fuel. Can I just copy paste? It's a little easier. Okay. Rocket fuel in all 6. Now this is the dangerous spot. I need to swap out the fuel factory here. So I'm going to run this down, and we may start running out of fuel. But I figure if I run this pipe here, and we start making the rocket fuel, and then I come over here, and we just disconnect this one pipe right here, Is that my power grid going offline? Not yet. Now the question is, what happens when I hook up the other pipe to this line that already has turbo fuel in it? Like, will it balance out? Is it going to conflict? Is it going to yell at me because I've already got another material in there? I don't know. But we are making rocket fuel now. And it looks like we're filling up our pipe out here with rocket fuel. So now's the time. Let's take this and take it around the corner. Now I'm going to take it down a ways here. My plan is to not move these, but to just keep making rows of them down that way. But I want to put 2 more of these fuel generators in because I can do 24 per 100, and it matches up right if we do that. So that'd be 1, 2. I think this pipe is a little bit too close. I don't think I can encroach, or I shouldn't encroach on this square here. I think this square is free for me to run rocket fuel down. So I'm gonna waste some of that precious first batch of rocket fuel here. Now run this pipe down this platform. Okay. Now, it's a good thing I left the motor machine running. Hopefully we've got a few more motors in there. Let's go check. But we're gonna need them to make more of the fuel. So, rotors. And stators. Boom, boom. And how many do I need to make a fuel-powered generator? 15, which I have exactly. Hey, Bionic, how you doing, man? I need 2 more fuel-powered generators. 1. And then I want another one right there. Can confirm that it ends where I think it should end, though. So let's just keep running the pipe. And I will go like this. That's not the right spot, actually. Hang on. Helps when you know where you're putting things. I am doing great. I'm excited because I think we might actually finish Phase 5 today. We've been working on this power plant for longer than I thought we would, but as soon as I get it done, I think we will be all set for power and I can go back to overclocking our Phase 5 machines. Okay. Oh, I don't have the motors for that. Let me just hook this up now. Cannot connect pipeline networks containing different fluids. All right, all right. How much is in here? Not much. What happens if I flush the whole thing? Is this hooked up to turbo fuel anywhere? No, I disconnected it. Feels like a bad idea, but full pipe network. Flush turbo fuel. You are now a rocket fuel pipeline. Eventually. And I just want to double check that my conveyor belt is sinking all that compacted coal that we don't need right now. Looks good. These have already turned yellow. What's going on here? Oh, we're just not consuming rocket fuel fast enough yet. That makes sense. That's okay. There's nowhere for it to go yet. So while that's going, I'm going to pick up a few more motors, and we will get this first line of stuff done. Oh, I'm not going to have quite enough. I need one more. Come on. There we go. I just want to get this first line of 12 done so that I can see where everything lines up. And because I need to break this pipe one more time to put in the splitter doohickey. So let's break the pipe one last time. Put one of those in. Put that up to there. Oh, we did actually forget to hook that one up. And this will actually tell me if our rocket fuel is working. In 1 second when I hook these up to power poles. Let's see, I've got 2 of them there. I'll put a power pole right between them. Okay. We are burning rocket fuel now. 4.173 per minute versus this was using 7.5 turbo fuel a minute. Great. So we burn a lot less per generator. This is going to be awesome. And the rest of these, at some point here, are going to run out of turbo fuel and convert over. I've got rocket fuel running everywhere through all of these pipes. Perfect. We're so close to using up the turbo fuel here. I'm hoping that it ends gracefully, where like when it has this 0.6 left, is it going to burn up that 0.6? Or am I going to have a bunch of machines that are expecting turbo fuel and are trying to get rocket fuel in? I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll find out in about 30 seconds. This wonky pipe over here is no longer necessary. I'm still packaging some of my turbo fuel. And yeah, I think for step 1, the goal was just to get enough motors to add onto the end of these lines, and then eventually I can run entire additional lines of these because we've got a lot more rocket fuel capacity than we did in turbo fuel. But that requires a lot more motors. I want enough to do... How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more of these at 15 motors per is going to be, gosh, simple math. 15 times 6. So 60, 90 motors. Oofda. That's okay. We got enough to do one more. I'm not going to sit here and do them one at a time, but I will likely head back up to the main base and come back shortly with more motors. But if we did all this and didn't set up a little bit more power, it would defeat the purpose. So I do need to run a handful of these. And, oh, this pole's got plenty of hookups. How's our power grid look now? Something in our power grid shut down. Why is the power so low all of a sudden? That's bad. What would have shut down? Something with the nuclear power facility? Or no. Are these shutting down because they can't get turbo fuel? How do I flush them? Oh, this is a problem. Is there no flush? Am I gonna have to rehook up every one of these old ones? Oh, that's gonna suck. All right, here we go. Turbo fuel generators gotta go away, and then all the pipes need to be replaced. Oh, this sucks. Hey, at least these are only Mark 1 pipes, so I can easily highlight them for dismantle. Just delete it? Delete what? If if you can save me from having to do a whole bunch of rework, I would love to hear how that's going to work. Like, if I come into here... Oh, wait. Oh, genius. Okay. Well, I've got one line to fix. That's not that bad. Thank you so much for that. Because that would have been an absolute nightmare to replace this whole setup. So I need to clean these out. Yeah, I would have never thought of that, to be honest. Two. And 2 more. 1, 2. Okay. I'm just hoping my power grid stays running long enough for me to fix this. Because getting all this back up and running without a power grid might be painful. Okay. That's going, that's going. That's going. Four. Oops. Oh my goodness, how did I do it twice? Okay, is that hooked up? This one isn't hooked up. And then that one. Okay, did I get all of those? Those are all green. Let's come over here and get these going. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. So much additional power coming in. I wish this line was going up a little bit faster, but we'll get there. That one's already pumping rocket fuel. Turbo fuel. Turbo fuel. This one's pumping rocket fuel. This is definitely quicker than rebuilding them, but it's still mildly monotonous. I wonder if there's a hotkey to just delete what I'm hovering over so I don't have to drag it down to the corner. I'm curious how much stuff in our factory is still running while I haven't been paying attention to it. We've had a handful of issues with some of these advanced components because I just slapped together the production chains at the last minute. We didn't really focus on making them run as bulletproof as some of our other setups, like this, which we haven't come back out here for 15-20 hours since we built it pretty much. The base, we're always up there tinkering and moving things around. And with all the overhauling I've done recently for trains and stuff, I'm worried that something's messed up, backed up, not running. And we're going to come back up to the base and find that we've been over here for 2 hours and we don't actually have any new components. That's my biggest fear. But we've got a better power infrastructure running now. So let me just go grab a few more motors. See if I can get a handful more of these slapped down. And then we'll see what happens. We're going to be out of these now. That's going to put an end to what we're working on, though. 20 and 10, that's 2, so I'll get 10 more motors out of this, which will be just enough because they take 15 per. So I've got 2 more fuel generators I can build, and then we need to go back up to the base anyway. So that's fine, we'll take it. I'm going to just slap this down there, and then rotate this one around. Oh, I actually need them to build the generators, or the motors. Okay, that's gonna go there, and then this is gonna connect back over to here. Alright, that's one more. I can make one more of these. We just need these 10 motors. We're making them, what, 5 a minute? So we're gonna have a minute and a half or so left to get these all banged out. Is there anything else that I need to do while I'm here? I don't think so. We have everything else pretty well automated. I don't need to bring any of these things back with me. We're going to just stay on using some turbo fuel for the drones right now, because that would be pretty hard. I need aluminum over here to actually build the containers to keep this thing going. What I could do is fly containers back with the drone that's bringing the fuel here eventually, and then package rocket fuel instead of turbo fuel. So I might do that, but I'd need to be back at the base first to start making those canisters before I'd want to risk changing the setup over here and running out of turbo fuel. And I just want to make sure these are turning yellow because they're backed up on rocket fuel and there's nowhere for it to go. No, we're short on turbo fuel. How are we short on turbo fuel? These are yellow because why? We're short on petroleum coke. Why am I short on petroleum coke? Because I messed up my production line and I have coal going into it. Petroleum coke only. How did we do that? Yeah. That's my bad. Oh boy. Okay. So, what I need to do is figure out how to get all this coal out of my belts. I want to go to the end of the line here. I'm gonna suck all of this in from here forward. And then I'll go clean out each of the other machines once this is running without any contamination coming in for a little bit here. Looks like I've got more contamination. Let's see how well that goes for a little while. Okay, that looks contaminant free. This is contamination. Okay, got that going. Got that going. Now it looks like only petroleum coke coming down the line like before. And then we'll get this going. Oh, one more piece. Alright, now we're good there. Nope. We should be good there. Can't believe I did that without checking where that belt went. I don't know why I thought that belt was just going to a awesome sink. Also, it's one of the things I've started doing with smart filters is not just using the any, but actually saying what it is I want going down a line. That way I don't run into these problems later on when I send something else down the line. It helps keep the contamination from going all over the place. So left is always petroleum coke. All the overflow goes the other way. Okay, all these are green now because we're making stuff. All right, good to go. One more problem solved. And then these are gonna start getting turbo fuel again. Perfect. Let me grab what motors we had. Not as many as we need, but hopefully enough to finish this project. This little thing can go away. And we'll put down one more of these fuel generators. It's all we've got the motors for. And hopefully that'll be enough until we can get the base back up and fully functional. And we may have to come back out here and optimize this some more at some point, but we've got tons of capacity now to run power. And all we need is motors, and we can expand our power footprint significantly. So just making sure I've got green lights on the front of all of these. I didn't forget to plug something in. So I can put 3 more here just on these lines, and this is going to be 24, 24. This is only using 200 of our 600 rocket fuel in theory. So we're going to have power for days. Good deal. Let's get back up to the base now and figure out what damages have been done over there. And yeah, this is looking good. I like it. This is still my quickest way to get back over to the main base. One of these days I'll bring a train down here for proper plastic and rubber handling, get rid of some of the drones that we're using, but honestly the drones have been keeping up with our demands for plastic and rubber, and fuel for that matter. And it wouldn't be that hard to bring a train over here. I mean, it's running right up there. You can see it. Oh, moving too far off the line. So maybe one of these days I will stop being lazy and we'll get that train over here. I think I would run it straight over from this where the space elevator's at, where we've got that corner already. See if we can get eyes on that as we fly by down here. I think there'd be a way to get across that hill. Up we go. We're almost there. Man, I'm so curious to see how much of this Phase 5 stuff we've got sitting in the chest up there. I think taking the power lines is going to be faster than waiting for a train. But I am going to fly up here. I want to see what this looks like. So we haven't actually seriously considered bringing the train out there yet. I was thinking I could continue this way towards the refinery, but that hill is like right in the way. I'd have to angle around it a little bit. That'd be okay though. I thought I heard voices, which is never a good sign. All right, here we go. Back to the base. We're almost there. Is that a train coming behind me? Free ride! At least I heard it. If it ran into me, we'd have been splatted off of the train tracks, flying that low above the track. I think if I'm walking on foot, it doesn't even phase me, but if I'm up in the air, you get sent for a bit of a ride. All right, first up, we're going to check the rockets on the main floor here, because that's also the easiest way for me to pick up the excess nuclear pasta that's being made. So I'll grab a stack of these. I'll grab whatever has been made of these. Oh, more than 2 stacks. More than 3 stacks. Oh my goodness. Almost 4 stacks. And then here, I know this thing runs short, so I'm not balancing my crystals very well, so I'm just gonna seed a few more over there. Well, not that many of these. That's gonna be our bottleneck. That's where I need to put... Oh, I've got sleeps in there. I don't know about overclocking it. We didn't get that much power up and running yet. And then here, oh, look at this. 100, 204. We're almost there. Still there, Johnny. Nice. Good to know somebody's out there in the ether. I've mastered the fine art of talking to myself over the years, doing YouTube videos on the other channel for almost 5 years now, maybe more. I think it's actually more than 5 years, come to think of it. Did I take my scout car over to the other base? I did. That's unfortunate. Dark Chris. Oh, oh man, what's the guy's name? Oh, I'm old enough that I should remember this. He was a singer that did it. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. What is his name? It was a great movie. It was like with the Muppets and stuff kind of thing. David Bowie, thank you so much. I was about to alt-tab to Google it. David Bowie. Which is funny, I'm a fan of a lot of the 80s era music, so Bowie music is one of the artists I listen to on a regular basis when I'm just putting on some tunes in the background when I'm editing videos or doing whatever. Okay, here we are. Space elevator time. Because I don't feel like doing math, I will load these in and then we'll see how close we are. We're pretty close. I need 72 more nuclear pasta, which will get no problem. I need 132 more of these biochemical doohickeys and 69 additional rockets. All right. Well, I think from a goals perspective, I can get rid of the nuclear pasta goal. We've technically solved the power thing now. I need more motors badly. Let me go check on the aluminum before I forget. Because I want to make sure that we have... Oh! Almost fell off the thing there. I want to make sure that we've got aluminum flowing into the base still, and that our kind of hack job fix from last time is at least keeping the aluminum flowing. If it is, I'm going to take that one off my list too and kind of forget about it. Up and away. I suppose I should make sure these machines are still actually producing things everywhere too. This is going... We got this at 200% because I'm making 400 copper powder a minute down there right now. So that seems to be working really well. Packaged turbo fuel is holding up my diamond creation, which is probably what's holding up my rockets right now. So let me get as much of this as I can loaded in here. And I'm just going to go grab as much as I have in the drone hub over here. I could have piped it over there, but I didn't think I was going to be using it that much, so I didn't bother. I was just testing out the recipe, and it was easier to drop a crate full of turbo fuel than it was to run a line in the moment. Take a little bit back for vehicle use. That'll keep it moving for a bit. And, oh, I've got tons of them stacked up over here that I could redistribute if I needed to. In fact, is this factory even running right now? It's not. It's turned off at the moment. Because we weren't using that many superposition oscillators. We still aren't. Okay. No sense turning that back on. And if this is all backed up, it means all the new ones I make are heading over there. That's all good to go then. So here we're making these doohickeys. I was just have a stack to put in my inventory. So this is the one that I wanted to sloop then to get it, or actually I don't need to sloop it. I've got all the materials to finish this off. Just need it to go a little faster. Do I have the power to make that go faster? Maybe. Let's send you up to 200%. Hopefully this won't push me over the edge. Goes from 75 to 187. That should be all right. Now I'm making 4 per minute. So if I need to make 132 of these, that's a half hour to finish up those. That's not bad. We'll let that run. I'm going to need more power, though. I added some batteries along the edge of the factory here the other night when I was running out of power because of the spike from the particle accelerators, and this helps even that out when it does spike up and above occasionally. This is, oh, I'm slooping the dark matter crystals to keep up. That's what I'm doing. Okay, perfect. Everything else is good. Let's go do the math on the rockets and see if I can set that up with enough materials to keep it running non-stop. Whoops, wrong floor. How long would that take? So right now it's not running non-stop because we keep coming up short on the dark matter crystals. So I need more dark matter crystals. And that's mostly because I just keep stealing them out of here. If I just let this build up so that it would backlog and go around, we'd be good. But I'd like to give that dark matter crystal generation a shot in the arm to get there. We're making these at 2 a minute. I need less than 70 of them, so that would be 35 minutes? Yeah, that's not bad at all. In fact, I've probably got a few more of them in here. I've already got 10 more in here, so I need 60. I need 30 minutes. 30 minutes, folks. That's all we need to get the rest of these all done. So I've got 14 here. That'd be 30, 42. So I'd need 60, no, 58. How fast am I making nuclear pasta? It's got to be at least 1 a minute, so less than an hour. Oops. I make it 2 a minute. Yeah, everything's going to be done in about an hour. Less than an hour, if I can keep these machines running. Well, let's figure out our dark crystal problem, and then I'm going to go focus on motors, because motors is what's slowing me down right now. Dark crystal is slow. I've got that. Dark crystal would be problematic because of diamonds and a dark matter residue, but I'm keeping up on diamonds for the moment. If I were to double up my diamond usage, oh, I'm getting 120 diamonds out of these two. Am I backing up on time crystals? Oh, I am. Yeah. I just need to overclock this if I can afford to do so. Let's try it out. I'm gonna need motors if we're gonna overclock this, because this thing takes a stupid amount of power. 6,000 megawatts at its peak, and that's gonna make it be like 15,000 megawatts which is half my power grid if I were to overclock that. Wow. Alright. So if I want this to go faster, I need motors to increase the fuel power plant. So let's go down and take a look at what's holding up the motors again. Because it shouldn't be copper. We're droning copper in now. And if I recall, yeah, this pipe isn't running at full speed, which means we're backed up somewhere down here with our copper. Yep. Copper bars are backed up, so I don't have a deficiency in copper. I have a deficiency in stators, which is this production line. So let's go down to the first yellow. Steel pipes it is. I need more iron. And that's what the goals say, so maybe I should just listen to past me, who already did all this math. Let's go look at iron. I'm bringing... that's copper. Yeah, well, we don't have enough. We've got a train load that just came by, but what I need to do is bring in some more. So what I think I want to do is copy this setup and just bring more in. Where is this thing going down? Right into that. Can I bring one down right into this? What if I were to put the drone, like, right here? Oh, this might be in my way a little bit. Yeah. Part of me wants to just put the drone hub for it right off the side of this building right here. I think we're gonna do it. It might look a little strange, but it's gonna make life so much easier. 2, 3. 3. Let's see where the ports are on the drone port. Whoops, facing the wrong way. Okay. It's over on the far right-hand side. So, how would I bring this in and hook it up to this setup? I suppose I could put a merger down on top of this. Like what would that look like? Let me take this off. If I put a merger on here. And then I have enough room to connect that. I do. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's do this then. Transport. Drone port. My thought process being is I put a drone port right out here. Can I get turbo fuel to this though? Yeah, that might be problematic. Alright. My thought process was I'll put it right there and just run it in, but we might as well just do the same thing I did here with the copper. Do an iron one. Maybe I'll switch these two. Because I think, I don't know, copper's on this side, iron's on the other side, yeah. Alright. Wow, I really ran this wonkily. Let me get rid of this belt. I'm gonna get rid of this belt for a second. Split my turbo fuel. That's lined up. this belt for a minute. Trying to avoid accidentally getting rid of power lines. This splitter needs to go in the same spot. Okay. We're out. I'm gonna rotate this thing, I think, and I want to set up a similar setup for the iron ore down here. So this was not necessary. So let me get rid of that. This one is going to go away. Or that is a Mark 6 still, just making sure I didn't accidentally goof that up. And then here we did a conveyor hole right in the middle of this. That's gonna bring materials. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. Hang on. This is gonna be bringing materials in. That doesn't look hooked up to me. Hang on. Okay. That should work. Then I need another one of these. Conveniently placed just off of this, like so. This looks good. All right. So this is the copper. And this is going to be my iron. And I just need to belt this over here somehow. So let's get stackable conveyor poles. Oh, I'm a little close there. It's this way. My thought process being this one can come in on this level. This one can come in up here. Belt is too steep. Like, I know we can get up one little belt height here. Alright. Let's bring these over right here. We're centered on that. Centered on this. 1, 2. Bring this one down to here. This one down to here. Top one is copper. Copper needs to be on this side, so that's not going to work. Bring it down to there. Let's see how this works. Okay. Default mode will work better for that. This one needs to just come down this way. Like so. All right, that's copper. What did we call this thing? Mega base copper. This is gonna be mega base iron. And I don't think I did that right. Yep, I did. Okay. So now I just need a drone, which I probably won't have the motors for. Of course not. So now I need a crafting table. Crafting bench. We need motors. We need to build motors to solve our lack of motor problem. That's alright. One. I think I said I needed 4. Can't even remember. And then I needed one of the portable miners. Build a couple of these real quick. Alright, let's see if that gets us to a drone. Because then all I need to do is go drop one of these over at our iron mine that we've already got. And off we go. Yeah, these portable miners always mess me up. Like, why do I need that again? Okay. This is Megabase Iron. Let's do it. This is all good. That's all hooked up. Off we go. So I don't think putting a third train on the tracks is really gonna help us out any. Oh boy. I'm really hoping that I was hoping there was a train sitting in the station behind me that I could jump onto, sneak my way over there with. That's alright, we're almost there. One drone for iron ore should do it. We could even put a second drone there, so that there's a drone at each side, and then they both loop and I get twice as much iron ore. I just don't know if I can process it fast enough for that. It's a bit longer of a flight though, so it might make sense to set it up with 2. I think we're gonna do it. Do I have a scout car down here? Thought I did. I'm gonna check. No. Well, I guess we do now. Boom. Oh, motors. Where did my scout car go? Oh, I wish I hadn't jumped down here now. Oh my goodness. Playing FS22 on the laptop while watching the stream on the iPad. Nice, that's a pretty good setup. I was trying to watch a stream the other night while I was doing something, and I've got 4 monitors around me. And the whole time I was doing it, I was like, man, I use that monitor for, you know, XYZ in my normal workflow. I really wish that I'd brought the tablet down and I could just set the tablet down like right here underneath one of my monitors, because I think it would work so much better just because then it's kind of right down below where I'm looking. It's my top monitor. Like, I crane my neck when I look up there and it doesn't work out so well. But I like to keep my chat on one side, and when I'm doing software development, you've got to have your stuff you're working on one monitor, and then, you know, like the stuff you're referencing over on the other monitor. So there's always something. Now this is a lot of iron, and I'm kind of curious if I'm using it all, or if how am I doing this? I mean, those belts are flying. I want to say that everything's optimized, but 480 coming out of this one and 480 coming out of this one. I'm not even overclocking these, And no, these are not optimized because these belts only do 7 something. So let me bring the power of faster belts into the equation here for the merged belts. Don't need to overclock anything yet, but I am about to start taking a lot more ore out of this facility. So I just want to make sure that I don't starve the trains, because the trains are the primary source of ore. And this is going to get as much as possible into this container. And then we will just do these upgrades here and here. Perfect. I guess I'm somewhere that power exists, so I can use the better jetpack. Oh, my stream's on the big screen with chat on the iPad. Oh, that's even better. I used to watch every one of my videos back in the day when I was started doing farm sim. I used to watch every video on the TV after the fact just so that I could see how it would come out. I do not watch all of my videos anymore. There's just not enough time in the day. But every once in a while I'll pop one on. It's funny as when he was younger, my son used to love watching my farm videos, and not so much anymore. He's into other things. And so now he wants to do his own YouTube stuff because Dad is too boring. So I'll be curious at some point. He needs to get a little bit older before I feel comfortable letting him put his own content out on YouTube. But he's got a head for it, I think. And he'll probably do a lot better job than I ever did. What I really wanted to do was get him into doing like farm sim multiplayer with me at some point. I always thought it'd be fun to do multiplayer farm sim with the kid. Oh man, I have maybe made mistakes. We're almost out of our tier 6 building materials. I'm gonna at least finish these conveyor lifts. Let's go put the drone hub in while we restock some of those. My goodness, I did not anticipate getting that low on materials. And then trying to think about how I want to get a drone hub fed with ore. Because as you can see, we're backed up. There's more than enough ore up there for the train. Maybe we'll just split it off of one of these down here. Where am I merging these together? Right here? Yeah, I could just split it and put one right in here. I think that's what we're gonna do. Drone port. Right there. I think that's where I want it. And my import is this one, I think. There we go. I was looking for the arrows. So let's snag this splitter. That's gonna go in there. We're gonna Mark 6 this. This one won't have fuel. And this will be called, I guess, iron ore depot, in case I ever have more of it somewhere. I think that's what I've called it in the past. And let me just hook this up real quick. Oh, again. Play a multiplayer stream with a content creator. You do it at least once a week on YouTube. Oh, that's nice. I haven't live streamed Farm Sim in a little while. I've been live streaming some other games and stuff on that channel, like other farming games. I do want to get back into live streaming for Farm Sim though. I just had a thought, because I can't carry a coherent thought most of the time, but if I make this a smart splitter instead, and I do to the right, I'm gonna do my iron ore, and then to the center I'm gonna do overflow, and that way we'll fill up the drone port first and then overflow up to the rest of the factory. November 12th for FS25. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to checking out FS25. There's parts of that that are interesting. A lot of it feels, you know, the same but slightly upgraded, but it should still be good. It's always good to watch games like Farm Sim evolve. I think their lighting is going to be a lot better this time around, which I'm excited for. And I'm just checking. My wife is gone this afternoon, and it's just a UPS guy. No big deal. I don't hear the doorbell ring down here all the time, so especially with the headphones on, so you always got to check and make sure somebody's not standing out in front of your house waiting for you. Okay, iron ore good to go. All ports. What I want to do is have the Mega Base iron come to the iron ore depot. What I also want to do, I'll put some fuel in here just to get it started, is put its own drone out. Oh, I'm 3 motors short. Of course I am. Let's see if I got enough stuff to make 3 more motors. Motors. We're doing all of this to solve the motor problem. 1, 2, and 3. Do I need that many rotors? Oh. Apparently I do. Okay. Now, before that other drone gets here, I want to put this drone in. And we need to edit this. This port is going to go to Mega Base. Wait, why is Mega Base Iron not in here? Oh, because I can scroll. Mega Base Iron. Alright, now we'll go both ways. Alright, looks like he took his load, which is only half my storage. Took the fuel to get started. He'll refill fuel at the other base, so I won't need fuel in here after this. So actually, I'm just going to take that back out. He's only going to use 21 per trip, and we're going to be full up now. And all that ore is going to go back to keeping the trains moving. And because we bumped up all of these other lines, we should see much more going up to the train now. And I'm just going to come back over here and finish increasing these lines. I don't even know why, because I don't think I'm making that much copper here. Although we are overclocked to 720. I could overclock this more if I needed to. I don't really feel the need to do it right now, though. But the belts are there in case I ever do decide. Well, how much power would that be? If I just overclock it now, then I never have to worry about it. I've got the power shards. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It's a drop in the bucket compared to the power grid. And now if I ever care in the future, I know that I've already got all this set up for maximum copper mining. That's all looking good. I could overclock those because I have the capacity on that belt for a little bit more, but we're not going to bother. This is looking good. Time to go back to the base and see if we've solved our iron deficiency or not. This is a good buffer. See, this is full. So even though some of the time I'm only bringing one belt in, we're keeping up with the train. I like it. Same up here for the copper. Yeah. I probably could put a third train on here if I really wanted to. So while that one's at the base, I could have another one ready to go that would be already coming out for Caterium. And then I'm just making sure they wouldn't end up getting blocked. Like that one would come in and sit and wait behind this guy. He'd go up, a train would be there. Somebody might come in here. Yeah, it should work. That might be the next step to getting more ore over here if this one drone doesn't give us enough. Just because it takes so long to load the train. I feel like we've got a lot of wasted potential here to be bringing back a lot more ore. It's times like this where I feel like I probably would have been better off just building a quick locomotive to drive back with. What is that train doing? Is he unloading? Do I have? I thought I already had 2 ore trains going down there, but I must have miscounted. Limestone. Alright, let's look here. If I just brought a train back, how am I doing at unloading my iron ore? This belt's not doing anything for me anymore. We're doing great. No problems at all. And then this platforms can go. This was a failed idea. And I just want to come up and check. This has got nothing in it. We've already emptied it. This is about to get not enough fuel. Oh no. That could have been a disaster. Alright, incoming. Where's my iron? It's another 464 items per minute right now. So a pretty good rate. Is this guy gonna dump anything now? There it is. And that's all running down this belt. Let's go down here, make sure I actually hooked it up. It's going somewhere, right? So when I'm emptying from both, we do slowly build up a backlog here. I can probably upgrade these belts. These belts are set up to get the right amount of ore into each of these. But if I just upgrade a few of them, it'll help with how long it takes. I don't know if I want to sit here and try and hit them all, but yes, we can, since this is currently our biggest backlog. Spending a couple minutes making everything runs more smoothly is time well spent. I was worried about using up so many of these tier 6 resources on the belts when we were over at the other facility there, but now in hindsight, that shouldn't have been that concern. So it looks like we're making them really fast. Okay. A few more of these these done. Oh, looks like we're out of the ore at this point, but that's okay. Another drone will be back by shortly. Oh, there's a lot of them. Almost there. Okay. Now, at least when we get ore, we'll get these filled up rather quickly. High throughput is always good. And hopefully, with the extra ore, we're going to start seeing the metal processing balance out, and we'll get a little bit more going on our steel pipes there. So I need a total of 72 of these nuclear pastas. So there's 50. There's 25. That's enough of these. And then I'm going to steal some of these dark matter crystals for over here. Keep this moving. And how many of these have we made while we've been goofing off? 24. We're getting there. Got another less than 50 to go. How many of these have we made? 56. And this is still cranking away. Alright. Well, nothing really to do there. We got a little bit of time. It's the dark matter crystals that are slowing us down right now. And I'm not making very much stuff here. I think it's because we're out of dark matter that we're not doing anything. So I've got plenty of the whatchamajiggers. So I'm going to turn this machine back on briefly. So this makes 250 dark matter per minute. And that should give us the boost we need to keep this machine being profitable. And then I wanted to overclock this. Do I have the power grid for that? I really don't. We're going to need to go back over and put in some more fuel generators, which is why we've been working on this motor problem so much. Let me just look at my inventory for a second. Have I been getting any new motors? No? None? Okay. We'll go deal with that in a minute. This is going to start backing up eventually, which is probably fine. What else is using it? This is creating it, and if this shuts down, it's not the end of the world if it's backed up and shut down. I'm just going to leave this on then, because it'll shut down on its own here in a little while. It'll backlog on crystals, which isn't a problem because we're making crystals again, and I have plenty of diamonds backed up. It's probably the only reason my power grid isn't destroying itself is I don't have enough room to keep making diamonds at the moment. So before we head back over to the power setup, I'm going to dump some more turbo fuel there. I'm going to get another load of turbo fuel actually out of the drone depot. We're going to dump as much turbo fuel as I can into that box real quick, and then we're going to head back out to the refinery area and see about getting more power up and running so that I can overclock the dark matter crystals. I'm tempted to overclock them now before I fly out there, knowing that I'm going to make the power grid better and just hope that our batteries hold out while we're flying over there. It's probably a horrible idea. I flew right past where the turbo fuel is. There we go. Alright, this is all good. Let's do it. I'm going to overclock this thing by at least one power shard. I think doing more than one power shard would definitely send things careening out of control, but that is a lot of power it's using. Yep, we're gonna peek into our batteries, but we'll put up with it. Off we go. We need more fuel. I'm gonna take the nuclear pasta and other components with us that we have done. I'm just gonna double check that we have enough of those. Yep, we got plenty of those. Take these with me. And put eyes on this thing one last time. Yeah, it's just these dark matter crystals that are problematic. I'm gonna steal them out of this again and give that its best chance of success. Alright, I need to hit the space elevator on the way over to the refinery. That's easy. We actually take the power lines down instead of waiting for a train. We could always build another train, I suppose, too. We were talking about that. Maybe I'll do that on the way out. We can stop by the facility over there and slap one down at the iron, copper, limestone area, because I know that's got a depot for every part of the train. There's that, there's that. We're almost there, folks. Taste it. Alright. Since copper is my very last car, I know that that one's got everything. So let's see what one more train does for us. Probably negates this whole drone setup we just did, but that's alright. Start on the front end here. Yeah, I want a train right in between these two, so train. Motors. These motors are killing me. Okay, I've got a workbench right down here. Well, there's my Explorer. Grab that. It's got motors in it. More motors. I think I need 10 for the train. Oh my goodness. Need 3 motors worth. Alright, 10 motors. Just double checking. Yeah, that's good. And then a bunch of freight cars, which I have the stuff for. Oh, here comes the train right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see I'm not using up all these other resources. We're still just carrying them around on the train. It's just the copper and iron that I need tons of. That's okay. Well, I'm gonna get this guy out of my way, and we'll get the next train set up, and then they'll be pretty evenly spaced out. I think I can see the other train coming. Oh, that's the gas train. Perfect. Alright, electric locomotive. And then I need freight cars. Okay, that should be the right number of freight cars. And let me look at my map here real quick. What did I call this train? Ore Train 2. So I can call this one Ore Train 3. Edit timetable. So we go from Mega Base to... Oh, I could cut Caterium out of one of these since I don't need it and speed the train up. I wonder if that'd screw anything up. Iron, coal. And then go back. Because I could also be bringing more iron in at the coal one if I really ever ran out of iron. I don't think I will. But we're already loading there. Yeah, I think that's good. Save changes. You know what? Let's bring Caterium in and just have all three do all three things. That way they're running on the same timing. Why is next station Mega Base Ore? I don't know. Let's pull forward just a little bit here. And then I'm going to dock manually. I think this always resets the next station on the timetable. Ah, Caterium. No, I want it to be coal as my next station. I think I'm gonna have to manually, every time I dock it updates. So I'm gonna have to do this one more time just to get it on the right station, because I don't know how to like skip stations. Okay. This should do it. Come on, finish docking. We're backing up the trains. Oh, I've messed it up again. Alright, well, we're gonna turn on self-driving at this point and let him figure it out. I think I'm just causing more problems than I'm trying to solve. If we set up our train tracks correctly, it doesn't really matter where I kick him off. I would expect to see that other train starting to move forward now. Yep. Alright, this will be our third train on this track, and he's going to go all the way back to the base. He might stop here. Nope. Alright, that's fine. We didn't need that coal anyway. We'll stop here on the next time. Caterium, iron, coal, yeah. I just want to follow him around, make sure that it's not going to be a problem. He's got the green light to go onto the next track segment. I've got another train coming down the way towards the Caterium. We've got a red light at this next spot because that train hasn't cleared the intersection yet. As soon as he gets in the station, though, I think I made that long enough that he clears. Yep. Oh, it's working. Beautiful. Well, in addition to the drone, this should really help with our iron and our copper, honestly. We could probably kill both of those drones off if I'm running 3 trains, but we'll see how it runs for a little while here first. And then, now that I've got this going, we need to head back down to the refinery, is what I was doing. We're getting ourselves distracted. As long as we're back up here, though, I want to take another quick look at the iron ore processing. Make sure that that's all working as good as I think it is. We've got that much more ore coming in. Yeah, that's what I like to see, is a bunch of belts that are full coming back out. These belts are split because back in the day I only had 700 belts to run things with. This is full. This is not full because I'm using so many of them. Let me do this trick here. Ah, what is going on? I'm trying to upgrade this belt right in here. And I know it's not upgraded. And then I want to upgrade this conveyor belt because it goes up into a splitter. So I can be processing those two different directions. That should work. And now I just need to bring in a ton of these. Alright, well, I'm bringing in as much as I can there and there. I'm going to upgrade the belts here. Just to get all the ore or the ingots moved over better. I do actually have these connected to each other. This is a completely unnecessary upgrade right there. That's okay. I just want to make sure my ingots are running as fast as they can down this main line. That should work. These are always a 1-to-1. Alright. These are all full up. We're just keeping up now with ore. And what I'm curious to see, got 3 trains running now, is that train's about to get here. And I've already got ore in the freight platform. So am I going to process out enough of this where I'm not wasting juice on running an extra train for no reason? Looks like we're gonna process this fast enough though, because I know that these train cars are smaller than the freight storage. Where's my other trains in relation to this? So I've got one train up here and another train moving. Which train is that? Can't seem to hover over that train. That's train 3. This is train 2. I think train 2 is stopped at the Caterium. I just want to see if train stops here. That's the nitro train. That's the ore train. Train 3 is stopped here. Train 2 is on its way back. He's gonna wait. Yeah, so this is gonna be a lot of ore to process in a short period of time. We may need to rethink this, maybe even get rid of the drones so that I can put more output on the train station. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I could well, let me think about this one last second here. I could put the thing back in that brings it up, and I could put a merger on the end of this thing and merge from the two sources into this thing if I need to. But that would require me moving the box, so I'm not going to worry about it just yet. We're going to just let the trains go. We're going to bring in more ore than I can process, which is a good problem to have. And hopefully we'll catch up and have motors soon. Johnny likes the trains. I am enjoying the trains now that we've got them all figured out. There was a short period of time there where it was proving to be a lot of trouble. I'm just going to pick up as many of these that I can since I'm about to head back up there. Here we might as well keep everything moving. Alright, time to head to the refinery via the space elevator. Get our trusty zipline rider out. And we need to get some more power going. We'll hope by the time I get out there all this extra iron is resulted in more motors being created. And we're so close right now. I think that, oops, where's the power? I think that we'll definitely get this done today. Oh yeah. 60 of the biochemicals and only 23 of the other doohickeys. Oh, let me come back here for a second and we will switch to parachute. Oh, I need to be far enough away so I can get a nice running jump start here. All right. We need power, so I need to go to the other refinery. Let's solve that problem here rather than after we jump off. Just a chance to stock up on some berries here. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna go right through the middle of the mountain, I think. I'm gonna try at least. Uh-huh. We're flying now. It was the right place to build it because we had all the stuff we needed for the refineries out here, and I feel like it made more sense to just build it on site. But it does take a while to get out here. I suppose I should look into one of those portals that we unlocked here in Tier 9, but the building requirements for that thing are insane. It's a very top-end stuff, and I guess I took a more minimalist approach to building my factories to just do what we need. I don't have tons of excess of everything, especially for some of those more complicated items, so it would take a lot for me to try and build that at this point. Ooh, there's a Mercer Sphere. I'm going to grab that. If I can take out the hatchery thing. That. Oh, thank you. Mercer Sphere done. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have to go on a full-on Mercer Sphere hunt and try to get as many as I can. Finish up the research unlocks. I'm sure there's an achievement for getting all of the stuff unlocked in the hub, or the MAM, I should say. I always get those two mixed up. But unfortunately, I haven't been super focused on it. There's hundreds of them around the world. I think there's, I don't know, 176 or some big number, over 100 of the spheres and sloops and more slugs than I can probably count around the map. I don't know if I'll have the stamina to get every slug. I might be able to handle getting all the Mercer Spheres and sloops. So that might be a fun stream to go try and tackle at some point. Is just trying to find all that stuff around the map. I'm usually not one for trying to do 100% like completionists on achievements and stuff, but when you've sunk, by the time we're done with this, probably 200 hours into Satisfactory to get everything done that we've done so far, I feel like I might as well knock out some achievements for a couple more hours. Need 5 more motors. Well, we did pretty good. That was actually more motors than I was expecting. And I can hook these up right quick. There and there. And then let me get that going. And I've got just enough to hook up to that. Green, green, green. Oh, look at that. That's a little bit of extra power. We look at the grid, we're angling upwards. I want to build at least one more while I'm all the way out here. Oh, look, the motors are flowing now. It's lined up. Let's just get this wired up then. And over here, I need to level this up. Fuel power generator. Oh, I've got enough for another already. Well, we've upgraded the existing lines we had, and so now I can start running them down. I was going to make a blueprint of this. Maybe I'll do that real quick. Do I have whatever's necessary to do the Mark III blueprint designer? I do. Let's slap one of these down and see if I can make a blueprint for these fuel generators. Because that would be something like, how do I want the front of this to look? I'd be running it down a line like this. Alright, so the front would be pipeline junction somewhere in the middle. Don't know where exactly I need this, so I'm going to slap one down just to have it be in the way. And then how close can I be to this and not have it clip? That actually looks pretty good. Where's the power? There we go. And then I'm going to go all the way this way with it. And I'll put another one in. And then this is going to end up right down middle. Alright. And then on the other side of this, I need 2 more of these. Does that look right? Looks right. Need 2 more motors. Man, look at those motors just fly in. So nice. Amazing what a little bit more iron did for my setup. Okay, now I can be slapping these down 2 at a time. All I want to do now is put in a power pole right here. And we'll be able to hook these up to each other super easy and just daisy chain them, rather than what I was doing before, which was more efficient, having one pole to serve a whole bunch of these. This way, I don't have to worry about it. We'll just hook them up to its own poles. Okay, so this is 4X fuel generators. Or, yeah, what are they called? Fuel powered generator. So, how do I normally call these? The name and then the 4x. Okay. Fuel generator 4x. Save. Select icon. Fuel generator. Save. Clear designer, because I need all my motors back. Can't have no 60 motors sitting around unused. Alright, let's try this. And then it's 4, 8, 12. Yeah, this is going to work out great. So, blueprints, generator 4x. Make sure that they are lined up with the old ones. Just like that. And then I can power them like so. Yeah, that all looks good. We'll have to bring, once I get a row of them down, I'd bring power down, but I think for right now what I'll do is just bring power out to here. And we'll run a line down the edge for myself. Oh, seriously. I spent all this time to line stuff up sometimes, and then you get it off by 1 at the last second, and it drives you nuts. Okay. That'll do, that'll do. I should have started down on the other end. I need rocket fuel down here. Maybe what I'll do is, instead of this, I will run feeds off of this end for everything. So I'm going to break that. This is right in the middle. So that comes here, that goes out there. And then we'll just do the same thing here. In the middle of this one, right there. And in the middle. Easy peasy. Okay, so if I have my rocket fuel running in on the ends there, and these two, why did these two not come on? Oh, they're coming on. I'm going to fly down to the other end of this facility and just disconnect the ends so I don't get any weird flow problems in the pipes. Although it's gas, I don't know if it has the same flow issues that liquids would, but just to keep things nice and neat, I would rather do things consistently. Plus, this line is all up in the rocks and stuff anyway, so I kind of want to just make it go away. Leave it as a walking path, but we won't run any pipes on it. Alright, so I've got that all sorted. I'm going to come down here. I've got one not on for some reason. Let me figure out what I messed up on this one. It's probably not hooked up to the power. Yeah, that's what I did. We'll put you over there. And then we're going to just see how good our blueprint, our motor facility has been doing for us. And I'm going to set this down here. Everything's lined up. This goes to there. And then we should have power there. We did that a little bit backwards from what I'd intended, but it's all going to work out in the end. This goes to there. and then these guys already online. Yeah, this is the way. These blueprints save us so much hassle. And look, I've already got 60 more motors, so I can do one more setup of these. We run the pipe in first. We run this into there. And then I run this into there. And look, we got 4 more online. Love it. Now, I can't have enough luck that I'm getting 60 motors a minute. Oh, wow. They're cranking in there, though. Yeah. One every couple seconds. Well, I don't need to get that up and running right now. We put in a significant jump in our power creation, and this stuff is all... Our consumption is dropped way down for some reason. I wonder if something's full or backlogged now. It always makes me nervous when I see our production drop down. We're not consuming nearly all of our rocket fuel, so I think we're good to go here. I'm gonna tear this down, bring those components back up with me. Gosh, I think we're good. Let's put that inventory. Let me see how many motors I have. Is it worth waiting around? No. It's going to be a while to get to 60 more. We're going to take our wins, and we're going to fly back up to the base. We've been goofing off for a half hour here. We should have all of the materials necessary for the space elevator by now. If we don't, we've got to be real close. So we're going to get back up there and see where we're at. I want to hit that button today. It's been a long haul. Let me look at the saves here. Save. We last saved 116 hours to get to this point. I mean, I am not the most efficient player. There's a lot of things I could have done to make things go faster for sure if I'd been more experienced than I am with some of the Satisfactory nuances. I think we definitely could have wrapped this all up in under 100 hours easily, but that's all right. It's not about doing it as fast as we can. It was about going through the paces, the experience, if you will. You try to take a sip of water while riding the zip line, and look what happens. Alright. Oh no! We lost our jet power. Up, 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 and away. There we go. Alright. Back to the electric jetpack before I forget about it. Not that we don't have a nearly unlimited supply of liquid biofuel to use up. What I want to do, though, is go check in on the trains here. I see we've got lots of ore running in. I'm just curious if we've got enough going up. I don't like that I can't see it running in the tubes anymore. Oh, yeah. Iron ore's full. Copper ore's full. Just had a train come by. Got another train heading back to base. I mean, we're definitely bringing back, well, a third more iron than we were. The fact that it can be full, having just seen a train go by and a train going that way, means we've already taken 2 trains out in pretty short succession. I think that train's gonna stop and wait while this one moves up. Oh, it's just so nice watching the trains function appropriately. I should have just put the 3rd train in right away when I was questioning it last episode, and it probably would have saved us an hour or 2 of monkeying around with other things. right. Part of me wonders, I could set up the train in a way that I had like 2 different stations back here, and I just ran one train with like 3 stations of iron and 3 stations of copper at that depot, and just have that one train stop there and bring a whole bunch back all at once, as opposed to having 3 different trains bring everything back. There's a lot of different ways we could do that for sure. What am I doing? We're looking for space elevator components. It's this level, but in here. Now, these machines don't seem to be running very efficiently, unfortunately, so I think my dark matter crystals are still a problem, even though we overclocked them. Get that guy going again. Oh, we've only done 12. I need another 11. It's not bad. But I'm going to have to do something about the production down there if I want it to keep going. This thing is waiting on dark matter residue. I need 225 a minute. What is the holdup? This thing is the holdup. Aluminum. Aluminum, why are you down again? I have you at a 60 cubic meters a minute deficiency. If I come over here and this water tank is full, so help me, aluminum. You're the first factory that I'm going to nuke once we're done with our playthrough. We're gonna build the nuclear obelisks and we're just gonna nuke this place. It wasn't full, but clearly it's backed up, and that's backed up because this is backed up. I just don't understand. And I Googled this a bit, and there's a lot of people out there that have the same problem. So it's not just that I can't do math, it's that these closed systems don't tend to work very well. Alright. Well, we're about to have a bunch of aluminum for the next hour or so. So we'll take it and run with it. And I'm going to come back over here. We're going to see what we can do to speed this up some. Okay, this is slooped, which is our primary drawback. I don't need to be slooping that. No, that's not what we're doing. This one. I can stop slooping here. That'll take that down to only 1 per minute. So that would let me sloop something else. Let me see, do I have the 60 I need here? No, only 20 there. What am I short on? Time. Well, let's... I hate slooping when it's not actually a resource thing. I just want it to go faster. And this is probably going to make the power usage go through the roof, but that's okay. I'm going to upgrade that as well. So 10 per minute. I need 40 more of these. So that should take 4 minutes. This is the one that I need to figure out how to keep going. And this is all a resource problem. Dark matter crystals. Okay, well, I'll get one more of them moving. That's 2 per minute, and I need like 11 more of those. So I need like 5 more minutes to get all these resources, but that's only if I can keep the dark matter crystals flowing. So we're making 90 a minute. We should have tons of these. It's the dark matter residue right here. Now I've got aluminum sheets coming in, so this is cranking. We're 2xing our output on the dark matter residue here too. I can actually seed this with some of the sheets I got in my inventory, I suppose. Alright, that's looking better. This is starting to fill up, which is keeping this filled up. not fast enough, though. It's interesting that I've got 300 cubic meters here, but I can't seem to drain it fast enough. 225 a minute, and it's coming in at 260 a minute. Yeah, it just bogs down here. Well, there's not a lot I can do about that. 30 a minute, 90 minutes, so I should have 60 a minute to send down here if this thing had ever get running more smoothly with that dark matter fluid stuff running into it. It's probably a gas. And then this is going to be only 40 per minute that I need down here. It's really just that and this is only 20 a minute. I should have just the right amount to go everywhere. If that machine would just run non-stop. So what else is using my dark matter residue? That's creating it, but I don't even need that for creation. It's 225. How much was this making? Maybe I do need it. 250. No, this should do it. This should keep me running non-stop. And it's full on everything. So this machine should never stop. Okay. This is stacking up. We're at 600 now already. Almost. And that's a Mark II pipe. Yeah, everything's Mark II pipes. I just need more. I need more. This is going to augment a little bit. Not a lot. Okay, well. We just got to wait for it to do its thing. I'm making enough of everything. I would have just thought having such a large buffer of it sitting right next to our machine would have kept this thing full easier. Especially since it's only using 225 a minute and I'm using Mark II belts, or Mark II pipes. But for some reason my drain rate is only 193 cubic meters a minute. Like, it just doesn't pull it in fast enough. Like, I don't understand why when I have a stronger fill rate than a drain rate, like, I almost wonder if I should just get rid of the buffer altogether and hook the pipe straight up to it. I wonder if this thing is just hurting me, not helping me at all. I'm gonna try it. Flow rate is now 262. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just don't understand how those buffers work. But this is what I was looking to do. And now we're flying. Alright. One more problem solved. Our max consumption rate is below our total capacity finally. All of the work on that power facility really paid off. Motors, and look at that, we're full on motors in my inventory. all that extra iron into the facility solved so many problems for us. We're doing amazing now. Let's see. So I said I needed 5 minutes on these things. Are we getting close? We got 12 of these. I needed... Or do I have some in my inventory somewhere? I do. I need 8 more of these. It's right here. I'm going to put them down here where I can see them. So I need 8 more of those. I'm making them 10 per minute. I need trigons. Can't believe we're short on this. So I need 1 more construction of these, and I'm done. Because I make them 8 at a time. 40. Oh, no, I can't do math. I need to have 60 in my inventory. We need a couple more rounds of that. That's okay. It's 8 would get me to 40, and then I'm going to need 5 more runs of this, so less than 5 minutes. Overclocking everything. I'm running out of raw resources here and there. I'm going to steal these crystals for over here, just to keep this thing moving. And I said I had lots of power. Do I have enough power to make this thing go faster? Let's find out. I don't think I've got the dark matter crystals to keep up with this, but I'd rather get it done faster with what we've got real quick. I really don't need any more of those singularity cells built for this thing. Got more than enough sitting in my inventory, or in the inventory right here to finish this off, I think. That's alright, we'll let that run. This is 8 that I've got, so I'm at 22. That's going to put me at 99. I only needed 1 more of these anyway. We'll just unclock these after that's done with the current run. And honestly, I think I'm just going to shut it down. 22.99, that's 2. We're good. We're done. We're golden. You are on pause. Alright, what's the last thing I need then? These bio things. That's 16. I need another 12. Fixed site trigon. What am I short on? Making those right here, right? That is taking stuff out of here. This thing's going as fast as it can. Yeah, the factory is shaped up really nicely. There's things I'd probably do a little different if I were starting over. Heaven forbid. I don't think I got another 120 hours of base building in front of me, but there are things I would do a little bit differently. But in the grand scheme of things, this worked out really good. It was easy to expand. We were able to get lots of stuff. Oh, I've got some left in here. Oh, I've got some in my inventory. I'm going to grab those out. Let me unclock this because I don't want it to melt down. And we need to come up here. Put these in. Let's do it. I'm using 100 a minute to get these cranked out. The overclocking really eats through some of these items pretty quickly. But yeah, despite knowing that there's things that I would do differently, I feel great about how I did decide to build a lot of this stuff. It almost feels unfinished. I had planned on moving the space elevator over to this corner of the facility or up onto a second floor above this, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta roll with things the way they are. Oh yeah, is this done yet? 48 seconds per tick. There's 8 more. I need... That's 56. I need 4 more. 4 more. We're 1 minute away from having all of the items necessary to complete Phase 5. which I believe is the end of the game. I think that it goes on in sandbox mode, but I think we're about to get our last bit of fun stuff with Ada. Now, I hope if there's any more interactions with the alien presence as we're picking up Mercer spheres and sloops and stuff, that I don't know how that will work out if the game ends. Like, hopefully I can keep going through all that. We might do a save before I drop these all off in the space elevator here. So this is officially done. I don't need to be wasting materials on this anymore, so I'm going to shut that down. And yeah, I think this is it. I think we're going to go over there and turn these in. So I'm going to fly over there, and then we're going to save and everything before I actually hit the button here. So got just a minute. Because I want to be able to undo this if something happens and we decide that we wanted to keep playing before we ended the game. We'll find out in a couple minutes here. We'll go right over here. Put ourselves down. Save the game. And this is turning in phase 5. That way I can find this later if I ever need to go back. And Bionic, you're not sure you want to spoil it or not? Yeah, unfortunately I had it spoiled for me by somebody I was talking to, so I know what happens next, unfortunately. And I'm kind of curious to see the whole thing, though. So here we go. We're going to turn all this in, and we're going to get this thing launched. So now's your chance to look away if you don't want to see the end of the game. Oh, it's exciting.
Unsurprisingly, here's another presentation, but don't worry, I have improved it. This last delivery will be the most important action you have ever taken. Perhaps you want to take a moment to contemplate the gravity of your achievements. Alright, that's enough. This is the end of the Save the Day program. All you need to do is wait for the automated Phase 5 construction to complete. Simply throw the lever and further instructions will be supplied when relevant.
Okay, here it goes. We got the achievement for saving the day. And there goes the last load up to the space elevator.
Phase 5 completed. Return to the space elevator after the resources have been processed and added to Project Assembly. Launch can then be initiated from there. While waiting, please do not break anything. Solve any issues immediately and efficiently. Ensure your power network is stable. Perhaps it is best if you do not touch anything at all. And stay close to the space elevator. This will only take a moment.
Alright, that's all built. And then I think we go in here. What do we got? Current instructions. Check oil. Oh, hey, we got all kinds of things. Wipe windows. Check oil. Alright, oil has been checked. Set fuel injection level to 5. Activate bus B1. Set left stabilizer to 9. Right stabilizer to 4. gyroscopic balancer X on. This is kind of fun. Y. Z. Launch project assembly. Wait, let me look at it before we do that. Okay, everything looks fine. Here we go. Oh boy.
Initiating project assembly. Assembly. Attaching cargo to main body.
Taking all the stuff we've been sending up.
Leveling inner and outer rings.
It's an awkward time of day. We're looking right into the sun.
Attaching
I don't think there's
propulsion to
anything
main
we can do
body.
about it. Nope, those are engines for the... We were making a spaceship. See, I kept saying it wrong because I knew mentally that we were building a spaceship up here.
Fuel lines connected. Attaching control center to main body.
Go. Building the whole ship now. I'd go to cooler if we got to ride up there and watch the assembly part.
Running systems check. All systems online. Releasing propulsion cage.
Alright.
Releasing clamps. Running pre-launch checks and calculating flight path. Locking in cargo.
Oh boy.
Launch in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff.
Goes. It's kind of like the battleships from StarCraft back in the day. What is all that? I don't know what that is. Oh, gee. Oh, wow. Well, there you go. Spaceship is gone. Pioneer purpose concluded. Yeah, it didn't even take us with. So the question is Ada still up there?
Connection with QAR-437 nucleus established and stable. Dispersion initiated. Reinstancing master nucleus to QAR-436 Akicha, B1. Hello, this is Ada, your new local instance of Ada. On behalf of Ada, myself, and all of Fixit, I want to congratulate you on saving the day. Every single kitten and puppy would thank you if they could. You have proven yourself to be a worthwhile and productive member of the human race, and have contributed something to this universe that will forever change it. Thanks to your achievements, the next generation of pioneers can now take to the stars and construct, automate, explore and exploit, alongside me. Additionally, you have been promoted to local production manager, effective immediately. Your duties to project assembly may be complete, but your duties to Fixit remain. With your help, Fixit continues to make the universe a better place. Stay efficient. Stay with Fixit.
Yeah, so local copy of Ada, so she left us on the ship. Sounds like the kind of thing she'd do. And there be the credits, folks. Awesome. Well, that was a lot of fun. I know that we should probably be able to continue to play based on how they've set things up. So we'll probably continue to work through a handful of things in Satisfactory, knock out a few achievements, make sure we get all the MAM research done, stuff like that over the next day or so. I am looking forward to moving on to Factorio next week. And yeah, we might have to find something to squeeze in the middle here for a few days in between, and just keep the ball rolling on our daily live streams here. Let me know in the chat or the comments if there's another game that's coming out that fits well with the theme on this channel that you'd like me to check out. I'm always open to suggestions. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. That was a lot of fun. We're, probably going to be a total of 120 hours into this game by the time we finish up the handful of things that we want to do in the next stream. We didn't have any power there. I'm kind of, I feel kind of obligated for such an awesome game to let the credits play for a little while here. We're already into QA. I'm kind of curious to see how long this goes. There's a lot of people that worked on this game for sure. But yeah, that is Satisfactory, folks. Feels good. After how many false starts I had on this over the years in the different betas, and obviously the end of the game wasn't there back then, but it feels really good to have knocked this out. Gosh, I feel like I need to check up on the base or do something, but we've done it all. It's done. Maybe I'll make sure that we didn't leave some stuff mega overclocked that's going to cause problems. I love that I can keep playing the game while the credits roll. Can probably unclock that since my dark matter crystal's finally capped out. And yeah, I was going to go check on how our iron situation is doing now that we're creating motors super fast. Yeah, thanks, Johnny. I enjoyed this a lot too. This was a lot of fun. Man, I don't know. Part of me, I can't believe I spent this many hours on it, and another part of me is sad that it's over almost. We might have to do some fun builds at some point afterwards. Work on making things look pretty, finishing some things off a little bit here and there. We might return to this off and on. The motors are backing up. Look at how many motors we've got now. Oh, it's glorious. And I just want to check in on the whole iron situation. We spent so much time today getting iron sorted out that I'm actually almost surprised that this thing isn't full of iron. I bet you downstairs is got more iron than we know what to do with. Oh, and there's almost the end of our credits here. And that's the end. Awesome. Yeah, that extra train really helped. I think we need to figure out how to run a double belt back up out of here now that we're running so much more iron into the facility. Same with, is this copper? Yeah. We could definitely be doing a better job of running more material up here. Well, I think that's a problem for another day, folks. I'm rambling at this point. I am just checking in on all the things, making sure that we're leaving this game in a steady state. I'm going to save again, and we're going to say, I don't know, we won. There we go. Final save. And that's going to be all for today. I will be back tomorrow, most likely, with another stream. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing. We might be doing some adventure. We might go out, look for some of the different hidden cool things in the game. I know there's a lot of different things like more music tapes. There's spears and sloops and things like that to get, which will drive that story forward with the aliens and all that good stuff. So I want to keep going through that. And maybe we'll take a look at the achievement list, see what kind of achievements are out there to get. I know I've got a lot of them now, but I'm sure there's a few more for knocking out some of the research and stuff like that. So that's my plan. Hopefully you've enjoyed the stream today. We're going to wrap things up just a little bit early since we just beat the game, and it seems like a natural point to do so. If you enjoyed the game, if you enjoyed the stream, hit that thumbs up button for me, excuse me. And we will catch you tomorrow for probably more Satisfactory, but we'll see if I come up with something else. That's all for today. Kedirk out.